Avante Maddox is going to practice today and might play on Sunday against the Giants. Haven't seen him in a while. Nick Sirianni doesn't deny interest in OBJ, but doesn't come out and say they actually want him. And Philadelphia, they're a little bit behind in the Pro Bowl voting. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Thursday. A lot of little interesting stuff going on with Philadelphia today, starting with Avante Maddox. We're going to jump into that here in just 1 second. First, though, I want to thank you guys for all the outpouring of great comments on the Paolantonio interview yesterday. Over 5,000 of you have watched that so far. If you missed my over 30-minute sit-down with the ESPN reporter who's calling Eagles-Giants on Sunday, it's down below in the description box, or just go to my show page and you'll see it. It's the video we just released on Wednesday. So really appreciate that. If you have not seen that, you got to go ahead and check that one out. Let's jump into, though, with everything going on in Philadelphia and the NFL, as we always do here on the Thomas Mott Show, starting with Avante Maddox's return to practice. Now, we don't officially know if he's going to play on Sunday. And so what happens in the NFL, they don't just come out and tell you, oh, he's going to play. It's kind of a, he might not, smokescreen here, diversion there, but it looks like he's going to have a real chance to go against the New York Giants. Here's your Bleeding Green Nation article. Eagles activate Avante Maddox's window to return, announced practice squad signings. So a couple of things to note here. Quote, Maddox suffered a hamstring injury during the Eagles' Week 9 game against the Houston Texans that caused him to go on injured reserve. Had he's missed 4 games, he's eligible to return to the active roster. It remains to be seen if Maddox is ready to play against the New York Giants. Eagles will be able to gauge his progress in practice this week. Maddox's eventual return is good news for the defense. The Eagles' nickel cornerback is allowing just a 77.5 passer rating when targeted. Contrast that number with his replacement, Josiah Scott, who's allowing a 107.9 passer rating when targeted, end quote. So it's a hamstring injury, which we've known. And 4 weeks is a good amount of time to heal a hamstring, but hamstrings are very easily, tweaked. And this is kind of the fear right now with Avante Maddox. They've got him on the football field this week. Everything I have read is that he's not 100%, but he's trending in the right direction. Here's how I would do it. I would give him the Jordan Davis treatment from last week. Jordan Davis, he was eligible to return. He did practice with the ankle injury, and then he played 6 snaps. That's it. Only played 6 snaps. Philadelphia didn't really need him. Once they were very clear that they were going to, hold Derrick Henry to 11 carries for 30-something yards, it was like, all right, Jordan, we don't need you this week. Rest up, get you in the playoffs. Same goes for Avante Maddox. Get him out there. If he's ready to go, couple of snaps here, couple of snaps there, kind of get that feeling back in the old, sea legs underneath him, whatever you want to call it, and then just let him sit. Josiah Scott, again, the passer rating's not great, but he hasn't been a liability. Like, teams aren't just burning Philadelphia due to the fact that Josiah Scott is out there at the nickel cornerback spot. So I'd give him a couple of, maybe a drive or two, couple of snaps here or there, but I would not rush Avante Maddox back because, as with everybody else who's injured, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Davis, Avante Maddox, CJ Gardner-Johnson, we need you for the playoffs. We need you out there for a playoff run where you get into December, you get into January, and hopefully into February as well. No need to rush him back, but it does sound like he has a chance to play on Sunday. We'll probably know more tomorrow, so subscribe for that, or maybe Saturday, or maybe it'll be Sunday morning. Who knows? Speaking of that game coming up on Sunday, if you guys feel good about the Eagles' chances like I do, I think the Eagles could blow out the Giants. I think that this could be the nail in the coffin for the New York Giants. And if you feel that way like I do, bet on it with our friends at DraftKings. If you've never used DraftKings, this is a great opportunity to sign up with this promo bonus right here down below in the description box. You bet $5 on the Eagles to win outright. It's not, a line. It's outright, money line. You get $150 in free bets back if they win. All you got to do is sign up by using the link, TFN website, host it, sign up, register and deposit $5+, and place that $5+ money line bet on the Eagles this Sunday against the Giants. Get back $150 if the Eagles win. Definitely jump in on this deal. It's all in free bets. Link is down below in the description box. Now, Odell Beckham Jr. was in the news yesterday. Now, myself, a lot of other people, a lot of blog guys, a lot of Twitter, fingers were typing, oh my goodness, Pro Football Focus, Mike Florio, OBJ watched the Philadelphia Eagles. You saw that everywhere yesterday. And while Mike Florio put a little bit of cold water on it, Nick Sirianni was asked about it straight up in a press conference yesterday. And while he does kind of give you the, very political answer of, oh, we love our locker room, our guys are really good, he didn't outright say, no, I don't want Odell Beckham Jr. So you kind of got to take this for what it is. Does it mean he wants him? Does it mean they're interested? Does it mean they're not? I don't know, but we'll just give you the facts here and let you decide with it in the end. So here, of course, is the the Pro Football Talk on NBC Sports article here, and it's interesting. Here's how we got there. OBJ likely won't be getting a multi-year deal he covets. His best play would be to sign a 1-year deal and play now. If he does that, his best option would be to join a contender that is likely to play deep in the postseason, that has a quarterback, the offense, the coaching staff, and the overall personnel to make it easier for Beckham to make an impact in the standalone postseason games. If it all works, he sets himself up for a potentially large contract in free agency. I understand, under that standard, the two teams that stand out are the Chiefs and the Eagles. Chiefs have been linked to Beckham. The Eagles hadn't been, so I said, watch the Eagles. Some who cover the Eagles took my rifting to be reporting. The idea that we tossed into the ether what became the proverbial turd plopped into the punch bowl. Players were asked about it as if it were an actual report. Coach Nick Sirianni was asked about it as if it were an actual report. It wasn't a report. We talked about that yesterday. That said, Sirianni's response was significant. And rattling off the virtues of his current receiving room, Sirianni at no point slammed the door on signing Beckham. First of all, it's not Nick Sirianni's call. He's not the GM. Second, if Beckham's people contact the Eagles and the offer to take a one-year deal for the prorated veteran minimum, how could they say no to that? Especially if it means keeping him from the Giants or the Cowboys? Third, any of the guys currently on the depth chart at receiver can be injured at any point. Suddenly, a need for Beckham would emerge. So again, watch the Eagles. The longer this lasts, the greater chance that the Eagles will swoop in and grab a guy who currently seems to be destined to land elsewhere, end quote. This is a really well-done article here, and Mike Florio, it's one of the reasons why he's so popular on Twitter. He was not saying, the report suggests, or ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting Philadelphia is interested in Odell Beckham Jr. He said, hey, if I'm OBJ, this is a team that makes sense. Watch out for Philadelphia. We know what Howie Roseman does. We know that, they want to make a deep run. They've already made moves to the deadline. They've tried to sign people here, Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. Watch out for OBJ. Does it mean they're going to get him? No, and I saw a ton of you guys comment on the show 2 days ago or yesterday saying, Thomas, we don't want him. I get that. I understand. He might be washed, double ACLs, he's over 30 years old, it's maybe a locker room drama, but if you could get him for cheap, veteran minimum, couple of $100,000 here, I mean, not paying him $5 million for 5 games, you get him in here, it's already a strong locker room, and heaven forbid another injury happens, or you just need one more guy to make a play on a third down and short to score a touchdown to advance to the NFC Championship game over Dallas. Don't count out OBJ. That's all I'm saying. Don't dramatic. I need to see you guys down in the comment section. Relax. It's okay. They haven't signed him yet, and they probably won't, but you never know. Okay. Let's get to some rapid-fire stuff here really quickly. I think this is important to go ahead and note regarding Philadelphia. Pro Bowl voting is underway. Jeff McClain, Inquirer reporter up in Philadelphia. Here's your top 10 Pro Bowl vote receivers, I should say, for Philadelphia. The number after their name is based off of where they're at in the position. So Jalen Hurts, fourth highest voted for quarterback in the NFL. Pretty crazy there. You assume Josh Allen's up there. You assume Patrick Mahomes is up there. Who's the third guy that's taking votes away from Jalen Hurts? I'm not sure. Antonio Brown is fifth. That's about fair. You got a lot of great receivers out there. Devontae Adams. You have Tyreek Hill. I'm blanking on the other ones right now, but there are a lot of other good receivers that are going to get Pro Bowl votes. Kelsey's 1, as he should. Lane Johnson is 2, which I'd put him at 1, but still. Mailata at 7th. He's been up and down this year. Still great, but 7th is fair. Dickerson 6th. That's still pretty darn high. Hargrave is 3rd, for sure a Pro Bowler. Reddick is 8th. Hassan Reddick needs to get a lot more Pro Bowl votes because he's been one of the best outside linebackers. 1 away from double-digit sacks. He should be way higher in terms of outside linebackers. Slay is 4th. Bradbury being 7th is criminal in Pro Bowl voting. He might be the best corner in the league this year. You could argue he's been better than Darius Slay. They've both been fantastic. No, I mean, we love big play Slay, but I mean, Bradbury has been locked down to the point that you don't even hear his name mentioned at all during these actual NFL games because he's playing so darn well. 7th is ridiculous. How about special teams? Zach McPherson. Forget he's one of the gunners on the outside. He's 6th, and Rick Lovato, the long snapper, sits there at 5th. I don't know how they rank long snappers. I guess just how well you snap the football, but shows you Philadelphia, when you're the number 1 seed, and they should be Super Bowl favorites, you have more Pro Bowl people on the roster, they could get 10 players into the Pro Bowl this year. It's at least going to be 6. Minimum right now is 6, but 10 for sure, and a lot of the guys on this list are definitely deserving. Give a thumbs up. You guys think that a lot of these people deserve to be in the Pro Bowl? I definitely do, and I agree, and we will obviously see when the Pro Bowl voting concludes here in a couple of weeks. All right, I do want to mention our NFL national story of the day. It is regarding the game happening tonight, Thursday Night Football. You're saying, Thomas, we don't care about the Rams or the Raiders. Well, it's interesting here. So the first thing that I do want to mention is that Baker Mayfield, he's going to be active, has a chance to play on Thursday night, according to NFL.com. Does it mean he's going to play the entire, the entire game? Maybe not. They might mix him in there, drive here, drive there. Who knows? Whole article here, and Tom Pelissero was talking about it. Really depends on what John Walford is going to go ahead and do. But in terms of the draft pick, and that's where I like to tie the NFL story into Eagle fans as well, because I know a lot of you guys are Eagle fans or just NFL fans in general on this show. You root for the Chargers tonight, right? The Raiders have been playing a lot better football. They're going to win enough games to be behind Philadelphia in the top 10, right? They're going to have a higher pick, like 7, 8, 9, whereas Philadelphia's, Saint pick could be 3, 4, 5. The Chargers, though, or not the Chargers, sorry, the Rams, though, have been losing a bunch of games. Look at this. They have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. They have a tough, finish here. Obviously, Raiders tonight, Packers, Broncos, Chargers, Seahawks. You want them to win football games. That way, Philadelphia's draft pick continue to get higher. So I would root for the Rams tonight. And I know it's a nothing burger Thursday night game. A lot of the Thursday night games have been nothing burgers. You feel bad for Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit calling a lot of Denver games, for instance. It's been terrible. I mean, it's Philly versus Houston a couple of weeks ago, and it was good for us, but just a bad game overall. But if you need some rooting interest here, I'll give my seal of approval for the Rams. Say root for the Rams to beat the Raiders. That'd be good news for everybody involved, especially if you wear shirts like this and have stuff like this behind you, because that means you like the Eagles. So I'm just saying. I digress. All right, plenty more stuff coming up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Probably going to do a pregame show on Sunday, so subscribe for that. And again, if you missed the Sal Paolantonio interview, down below in the description box, check that one out. Really fun to do. I'm trying to get more people. I want to get one big-name guy a week. It's just difficult, right? Not only is it peak of the NFL season, a lot of people I want to interview are busy, right? They got actual big-time shows to go on, not some little, Thomas Mott show to go ahead and talk to. But the more people we get on the show, the bigger the awareness is going to be. And I think the more guests we can actually have, maybe culminating in an Eagles player. It'd be fun. We'll see. So subscribe for that, thumbs up for that, and be sure to watch that show. It helps out the show as always. I'm Thomas Mott. Have a good Thursday. See ya.